Explain what Pepper's Ghost is for the
Yeah, so
listeners.
Pepper's Ghost is ages-old illusion trick that essentially uses a mirror to give the effect of either a physical object or a projection or media of some sort that makes it look like it's floating within the space. Haunted Mansion is a great use of Pepper's Ghost for the entire ballroom scene, but it's a trick that goes back, decades, if not hundreds of years in theatrical storytelling.
It's crazy we're still using that
I
same
know, and
tech.
it works. It really
Yeah,
works.
it's effective.
Very.
Yeah. I would say, honestly, there's three things that I always think about. It's like establishing the story, establishing the narrative. You want when guests step into the cues, they're stepping into the story at that moment, right? Also engaging the senses. When you're going through this cue, it should be really immersive. Engaging the senses, these people are in line for a while, right? Sometimes. So it's good to have things to look at. Hidden Easter eggs are always a good thing as well.
Yeah.
Get creative with that. Just keep guests occupied.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do remember a time when not a lot of money was spent in cues. There was really not a lot of thought that was put into it. It's kind of gone through a revolution. So how do you explain that revolution? Why are millions of dollars being spent maybe on just one cue?
I think that in this kind of current age, people are a lot more impatient when you've got entertainment that sits in your pocket and you can access entertainment at any point in time. People don't necessarily want to focus on something or their surroundings if it's not engaging for a very long period of time. So
Absolutely.
you almost have to, every time that a guest pulls out their phone or is doing something, they're taken out of the experience. And so I think that is kind of, in my opinion, that's the biggest driver for a lot of the effort that's put into cues is you want to keep people engaged in where they are. Don't let them pull themselves out of the story, but really make sure that they're in the environment, they're in that world that you've created. So that way, when they're ready to get on the ride, they're in the right mindset and in the right place.
I agree. I think that it's funny when you think about, I'm going to date myself now, of course, but things have evolved. So, I remember going to Back to the Future over at Universal Studios. The first time I actually was in a queue where I felt like, wow, I was a kid, of course, but I remember thinking to myself, Doc is actually talking to me. And you've got the actual actors on screen and you see this whole thing. And I think that the film industry and what's gone on with attractions over the years have become more complicated. They've become more complex. A lot of the attractions from yesteryear, they were based on either an IP within the park or it's just, it focuses on the ride. Now they're more story driven. With film industry and all these other industries getting involved with IPs that are popular,
Right.
people know the story. They come in expecting to see that story. And I think that that's a big part of it, or to experience the story.